welcome to titaniumtalarstarot, and today I will be doing a how can you help yourself, others, in the world this week video, okay? So for this, I'll be using some concepts brought to us by Chris Duncan in his program Superconscious Education. I will also be using a deck I wrote myself, which I named the Action Oracle. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let us get into the cards and concepts. But first, my insight. Alright? So if you guys are with me, alright, if you've been with me for a while, or if you've just started tuning in, we probably vibe the same, which means that you, quite like me, are someone who likes to give, is quite kind-hearted, but for some reason, people are just like, no, get away from me, and you don't know why. And today, my parents just explained something very crucial and very, like, things that I've been experiencing for a very long time, but things that haven't really clicked in my mind, which is, it's all good, it's all fine and dandy if you get intuitive hits and you follow your intuition, but sometimes when you do this with people you just met and you haven't allowed enough time to pass for them to get to know you and for them to know what type of person you are, that and how you vibe and so, they might be kind of like, stay away. So, what my parents explained to me today is that you have to let some time pass for people to get to know you before you jump all in and you show all your cards, right? So, yeah. Now, this is what I experienced today, and it explained a lot to me, because my last connection that I really liked this person, and that I had to mitigate how I was interacting with them and whatnot. That one, I wasn't exactly the same as I used to, which means I gave a lot energetically from an energetic work perspective, because I was getting all these downloads and I was getting all these intuitive hits, and I was like, I all this energy, I need to have it, I need to exude it in some way, shape, or form. And so I sent it to him, and I tried to, not be overbearing. Unfortunately, the universe is not here, your higher self or your consciousness is not here the not, it just hears the overbearing. And so I pushed this person away. And so I'm just saying, what I now know is, instead of just jumping all in right off the get-go, which I did not do, but I should have allowed more time to pass before I allowed all that stuff in, allowed to let this person in on all this information. Now, I don't know what is going to happen with this interaction, but it is what it is, and I take full responsibility for the way I acted, and I am aware that this might be a cause for him to pull away, and that's completely fine. And next time something like this happens, I'll be like, okay, I'll let time pass. Okay. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Okay? So, that was it for my insight. Alright? This is going to be a how can you help yourself, others, in the world this week video with concepts from Superconscious Education. That was brought to us by Chris Duncan, which I also already mentioned. But I will be dividing this reading with the 9 orientations, also brought by Christopher Duncan, and a deck I wrote myself, which I named the Action Oracle. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let's get into the cards and concepts. So This is a selenite stick. Excuse me. That is very beneficial for cleansing any item, space, and what have you. All right, so use this to do all that. I love selenite. I have many selenite towers. This is a selenite wand. It was longer, but I broke it because it fell. But now it fits my deck perfectly. See? But that is neither here nor there. Usually they say that when a crystal breaks, it's because it's separating its energies to do more work. Yeah. So I'm just letting you in on information about crystals. Now, so that is it for how this reading is going to go. Okay. So now let's get into the reading, and we'll start with the first group of individuals are the perfectionists. All right, the individuals who intuitively know how to assist. No, perfectionists are the individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. And you got to be playful. This is how you can help yourself. So the way you can help yourself is by being playful, not taking things too seriously. My gorgeous perfectionists. I hope I said that. If I called my perfectionists anything else, excuse me. I'm doing the perfectionist reading. So the card about how you can help yourself, my gorgeous perfectionist, is to be playful about your current situation, your current circumstance, whatever is giving you a little bit of grief. Have fun with it. Make it as lighthearted and as much fun as can possibly be, because the key is that when you're having fun, you're more open to insight, you're more open to whatever comes from the divine, you're also more open to new ideas, which is going to allow you to create, or should I say co-create, what you want with the universe. Okay, so that was it for how you can help yourself, and how can my perfectionists help others this week. What am I doing? Please, God, angels and guides, and you got rebuild confidence. So, how you can help others. I feel like you know exactly. What it is you have to do. It's just something has gotten you off kilter, and you just need to get back into alignment. And the way to do that is by rebuilding your confidence, to actually look the part and be able to assist others better. You need to look the part to play. Looking the part is part of playing the part. Okay? And looking the part is going to allow other people to want to work with you. Okay? Is what I'm getting. Alright, so how can my perfectionists help the world? Please. God, angels and guides. Alright, I'm going to take it. You got to head into something new. My perfectionists, head into something new. If what you've been doing up to this point has not been working, what is being suggested is that you go and do something else. And that is, when I noticed that what I was doing was not working with the person that I was interested in, I changed my way of doing things, and I stopped being as open and forthcoming with all the stuff that I was getting, all the insights, all of that. And I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is I've learned and I've grown and I've become better, so that I am open to someone else coming in. All right. So that was it for my perfectionists. Now on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know how to assist anyone in any given situation at any time and anywhere. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers. Too many cards. Please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers. Please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got set boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself. Because, yes, you see that insight that I gave for this video. I needed to set boundaries for myself so that I can get what I want. Because of the fact that if I'm too open and too forthcoming with my gifts, with everyone, all the time, from what my parents explained to me, they might run away and not want to work with me because I'm too much. I understand now. Okay? So, that was it for how you can help yourself. Now, how can you help others rewrite your story, affirmation-wise? Start telling yourself a different story. So, instead of saying, well, it's not working out, I can't make this happen, this is not budging, this is not working for me, and blah, 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 blah. Just say, it might not be working right now, but soon it will. Now, I know you're like, yeah, but it's not exactly true, but it'll get you out of this state of mind where you're like, oh, everything's going wrong, and blah, 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 blah. Right? It'll get you onto a slightly better feeling thought, because that's all you want. You want to start feeling a slightly better thought to get yourself out of this negative situation you find yourself in. Okay? Now, how can my helpers help the world? And you got co-create with and collaborate. Recode. So, co-create with the world to help them best reach their goals, okay? And collaborate with the world for them to best reach their goals. And if you have difficulty with that, recode it, which was exactly what happened to me today, where my parents said what they said about, how I'm coming on too strong and people might be shying away from that because it's too much. Now, at some point, if you're attentive enough, life is going to give you all the information that you need. But if you can't wait, you should ask for a recode, and I can help you with that. Okay? So that was it for my helpers. All right? So now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share what or how can they help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got have someone's back, mentorship. For my achievers, I feel like there might be some people who are like, let this one go, because I feel like she's more headache than anything else. Let them go. But this is just saying how they're back. Maybe it took them a little while longer to catch the drift, and I think they have catched the drift. And also, if you want to be a mentor, a very good mentor to everyone, you need to be able to work with individuals that are giving you a bit of grief. Because this is what happened to me. My middle mentee, all right, gave me a lot of difficulty. But because I stuck with her, because I showed her that I was willing to work through the difficult parts, she saw that, she noticed that, and she is more appreciative of me, more understanding, she is now more she's listening to me more now, and she's also utilizing the suggestions I'm giving her and using that with other people to help other people transcend or to elevate their thought patterns as well. So that is actually a very good sign as a mentor that you're doing your job right. I'm just saying. So this is how you can help yourself. Okay, because it's going to allow you to grow and expand and also push your own boundaries as a mentor. It's going to help you reach more people, is what I'm getting. So now, how can my achievers help others? Look for something new. Look for something new. How so? How we can help others? Well, if we connect this with the how you can help yourself, it's the way you interact with different people. Because there will be different people. There will be, there's different types of people. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because some people communicate differently. Okay, there are 4 types of communication, 4 communication styles. More, you have the analytical person, you have the authoritative person, you have the loving person, and you have the the outgoing person, right? And I'm using those. You can also look these up as as gemstones. Dan Locke talks about this a lot. He talks of pearls, which are the loving people, the sapphires, which are the expressive people, the emeralds, which are the analytical people, and then there is these emeralds, which are so emerald, analytical, sapphire, expressive, ruby as the authoritative one, right? Or should I say the boss, the judge, the CEO type of person. Okay, so look for something new in the way that you interact with people. Okay, being able to go delve deeper into closing might be of help, because when you are able to close people, you basically learn how to communicate with them. Okay, with the communicative style. So now, how can my achievers help the world? And you got feel your emotions. Well, when we talk of achievers, we talk of people who are the boss, the judge, the CEO, and these are people who are mostly in charge and who are very much in control of what they're doing and so on and so forth. And so they don't let a lot of their feelings out. They don't really express this. And if you want to connect more with the world, you have to, not for anything, but you need to be more vulnerable. You need to show them all parts of you. You need to be more not accepting, but the correct word is more transparent, is what I'm getting. So that they can see that you are an actual person. Okay? So that was it for my achievers. All right? And now on to my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves. And you got trust in God, let go and let God, trust the process. Yes. If you let go and let God and trust the process, I feel like the thing that you've been working on tirelessly for a very long time will come to fruition at some point in time, which might not be what you want to hear. It's definitely not what I want to hear, because I am an individualist in certain aspects. But I feel like let it go and move on. Shift your attention on something else. Yes, that is what I'm getting. Okay, for us. Now, how can my individualists help others? Be appreciative. Be appreciative for what others are bringing you. If we connect this to the card that came before, be appreciative of what is being presented right now. Be appreciative, and just by being appreciative yourself, you will be able to show others how to, how to be in their lives, and they will model you, and with that they will learn to be a better at what they're doing. Okay, so now, how can my individualists help the world? And you got be patient and nurture. I feel like you might be at your patience might be wearing thin, but this is just saying it's coming, it's going to happen. It might take longer than expected, but the people you're trying to lead towards this new path are on the right path. It's just taking them a smidge longer than expected. Don't avoid getting mad because of that. Just let it go and nurture them. Love them where they are. Okay? So that is what I got from my individualists. So now on to my investigators, the individuals who intuitively know what to research, how long to research it, for what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share. For my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help themselves. And you got let go of, overlook. So my investigators, are you hitting a block? I'm getting that you're hitting a block and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But the best way to be able to move past this block is to let go and overlook it, because right now you're too focused on the block, so that's all you see. But if you overlook it, and if you say like, okay, this happened, let's move on, shift our mindset, then you'll be able to create what it is you actually want. Instead of concentrating on that thing that no longer works or is not working, just set it aside and work on something else until your headspace gets in the right lane, so that you can then better work with what you're currently experiencing. Okay? And that was it for how my investigators can help themselves. Now, how can my investigators help others? You got expand your vision, expand your perspective, expand all of the above. Because once you do that, you'll be better equipped to help them, is what I'm picking up on. Now, how can my investigators help the world? And you got take it one day at a time. Divine timing is at play here. What I'm getting is that you won't be able to help the world in a day. it's something that you're going to have to build up to. And I feel like you are getting there. It's taking much longer to get there, but you are going to get there. Okay? My gorgeous investigators. Okay? So that was it for you guys. So now on to my loyalists. The individuals who intuitively know what to be loyal to, how long to stay loyal to it, for what aim and what purpose. Okay? So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, and how can they help themselves? They got wrap up a project. My loyalists, wrap up something. Wrap up, whip up. Whoop some ass. I also have to say I've been watching like the live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but that kind of, the fighting styles, not that it actually looks like any fighting style, but that came to mind. All right, so now how can my loyalists help others? Work with the individuals that you are loyal to. Work with them, or work with the individuals that you do not that you don't understand, so that you can best understand them. If that makes sense at all. Okay. Once you see a card, you can't unsee it. And so how can my loyalists help the world? Trust the process. In due time, it will get clearer. It will make sense. So just trust. Like, for example, okay, for me, what I mentioned in the insight, like, I've always been doing what I've been doing. I've always followed my intuition. I've always helped. When something told me help, I've helped. Now, sometimes I didn't really understand why people are like, no, don't help me, no. And I didn't quite understand why the reticence. That's an actual word in English. Anyway, but now I do understand why, and I was kind of slowly getting to that understanding, but it was taking me a little while longer to get it. But now, because my parents told me, spelled it out point blank, I'm able to fully comprehend and understand why it's better for me to take my time with these types of things. And for all I know is that it's going to help me with the next person or the next client or the next people that I come in contact with. Okay? So that was how my loyalists can help others. Now, how can my loyalists help the world? It is green. Okay. Dismiss, for they know not what they do. Dismiss. I'm getting shortcomings. Dismiss their shortcomings because they know not what they do. I feel like if you are watching this video to this point, you're probably one of the few light workers on this planet who are sent here to help the planet evolve and to go to a higher dimension. And if that is the case, then most of the population will not understand what you are trying to put forth or what you are doing. And that is just fine. And that is where they're at. And love them for where they're at, because you can't really force them to do something out of their character. Okay? So that was it for my gorgeous loyalists. Okay? So for my enthusiasts, the individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how long to be enthusiastic about it, for what aim and what purpose. The cards that I already pulled, okay, were how you can help yourself is take into consideration where people are at. Because if you want to help yourself, first of all, you need to take into consideration what you want, but you need to also take into consideration what other people want so that you can align what you want with what they want as well. And so that things will move much quicker and in the same direction, okay, is what I'm picking up on. Now, how can my enthusiasts help others rebuild your connection with others? My enthusiasts, yes, I feel like there's something that kind of was not helpful, and because of that kind of you weren't really able to see the full reach the full potential of it, because some things came and stopped or were put things like blockages in the path of this interaction, what have you. And now, how can my enthusiasts help the world? Dare to dream of what it is that you want to accomplish. Now, this can be on a smaller scale, this can be on a very large scale, but whatever scale it is, it's going to help the world. And I feel like whatever you do at any scale, my enthusiasts, you can transform into a much bigger scale, and people are going to see that you are there to help them be the best version of themselves. Okay, is what I'm getting. So that was it for my enthusiasts. Now on to my protectors, the individuals who intuitively know how to keep things safe, for how long, and for what aim and purpose. So I pulled the first card, okay, and the first card, how you can help yourself, was step up. I also wrote a new word. I wrote elevate. Elevate your abilities, elevate your consciousness, elevate whatever, to step up to the plate of what is asked of you this time around. And I also picked up get training, in order to be able to do whatever this thing is that you are being called to do now. Okay, so now how can my protectors help others? You got read into, research, read up on. Read into, research, and read up on whatever it is that you are trying to get others to help you with. If you know it in detail, I feel like you will be able to explain at a much better in a better way what it is you want to accomplish, and then people will be much more willing to take part in it. Okay, now how can my protectors help the world? And you got what you get. You got have fun respectfully. Because I feel like some of these people that you're trying to protect are not as understanding, are not as forthcoming, are not as bright, are not very high up there. Enlightenment, they haven't been, or the idea of enlightenment is new to them, so either they're not fully prepared for it, or they aren't even in any vicinity of it. So if you need to ease them in, is basically what this is saying. You need to ease them in. Okay, my gorgeous protectors. So that was it for you guys. Now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation at any time. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got ground. You can help yourself by grounding your energies, by earthing yourself. What can help is by having your feet firmly planted on the ground. Yes. You can also, that is the cheaper one. You can also buy things that can help you ground. You can also wear color brown. You can also wear crystals that help you ground, like tiger's eye and so on and so forth, right? And those are just a few examples. So that is how my chameleons can help themselves. All right. So now, how can my chameleons help others? And you got value. Value them. Because you know what they can bring to the team, but I don't think they do. So this could be, I'm getting this in the perspective of mentorship, of mentorship, coaching, building up their personality or their confidence, making them feel more than they actually are, or helping them reach a higher level than they actually are. Okay? So now, how can my chameleons help the world? Yes, I want the green one. You know, sometimes I just look at the color and I'm like, yes, I want that color card. And it says, I know that life is good to me. Okay, so how can my chameleons help the world? Know that life is good to you, which basically comes back to mentorship. Lead the way. Let them know how you are, not why, but how is it that you have this understanding that life is good to you? Like, you've been through some difficult stuff. How can you profess with such, how should I say it? With such conviction that life is good to you when you have been, in my case, hit by a car, or you have gone through difficult situations like I'm picking up, you've had cancer or something difficult you've had to work through. How can you still say life is good to you when you have been through hell and back? How? So if you let them know, it's going to help them. So that was it for my chameleons, all right? My gorgeous triple tears. This is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. Now, if you feel so called, and with that being said, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.